Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.
Oscar BEVIS for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm in the bubble. Mr. Joe Laws is with me. How are you, Joe?
I'm good. It is what it is, isn't it? In the bubble, going to win tomorrow. Fight day, start day. Can't wait.
I just said this to you. I don't know if you're someone who would enjoy their own company or because you're not around loads of people, you'd hate it.
No, yeah, I love my own company, but I think it's just the fact that we can't leave the hotel, you know what I mean? I think if I had free reign, I'd probably just be in my hotel room, but it's just the fact that we can't leave and it is what it is, but we're on the same boat, but Saturday will be worth it.
So this is probably a good reminder to behave yourself and never go to prison, because I think everyone's struggling to do one day in a hotel room. What did you actually do though? Because is it time for mental preparation as well? Did you think about the boxing, or was you like the rest of us, sat on your ass watching Tipping Point or The Chase or whatever?
Just watch The Chase, mate. Just watch Sky.
It's good, The Chase, isn't it?
Oh, it's mint. Yeah. Proper banging. I've been watching The Chase today. I've been watching The Place in the Sun. I watched three hours of that. I'm an expert of buying property over abroad now. I've just been chilling, watching telly, doing me a bit of training, going for nice walks, good stretches. It's all good. It's all gravy.
You should know about A Place in the Sun.
Aye.
You miss the Lanzarote now, the Lanzarote bomber.
The Lanzarote bomber. Like I say, I've moved over there about 6 weeks ago. Had a good camp over there. There's a cracking set of lads over there. I've been getting some mint spawn, and I just feel good, you know what I mean? Mentally, physically, I'm going to go play some come Saturday. And it's all going to come together.
You see a lot of people go out there, like, if you look at Kell Brook, who's in Fuerteventura, Ben Davison takes a lot of his fighters out there to various MTK gyms as well. What is the reasoning for fighters going out there? Because you look at it, you see him running on the beach and you think, oh, that's some life, but you're still out there grafting, you're still working hard, you're still doing the rounds of sparring. So what is it that attracts you to that life? Is it sort of getting out of your comfort zone?
Yeah, definitely. I think when people just say your story or you post about like a beach or a pool, they think, oh, I live in the life. But a beach, you get sick of a beach and pool after the first few days. The heat just becomes a nuisance, if anything. But when you're training in 30-degree heat every day and push to your limits, it just makes you mentally and physically ready for anything.
Before I talk about Rylan and the fight, everything that surrounds you seems to be the support that you've got, these ring entrances and what Joe Law's going to do next, lots of unpredictability. How do you feel in this environment? The unpredictability is not really there. It's going to be dead silent. You're going to walk out box. There's not really, like you said, much you can do. You ain't got that free reign. So, yeah, is it a different experience, but an experience perhaps you need as well, something a bit different? It
is. It's an experience, and I love experiences, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just a boxing fan with a license. I love boxing. If I wasn't boxing the show, like, I'll come Saturday, I'd be in my room with my snacks, my bit of food, getting psyched up for the fights, you know what I mean? So me being part of these fights while people are watching back home, it's mint, you know what I mean? I'm 26 years of age. I'm a baby in the sport. I've been pro 2 years, and I've got a lot of years left in boxing, and this is just going to be another chapter, another experience, and I just cannot wait.
I'm going to say, I do think a lot of people can take from you and probably learn from you the fact that I love the fan with a license thing. I love that. Like, it just seems like regardless of whatever happens, you're enjoying it and you're doing it. It's more like a hobby. I know it pays, but it's a hobby that pays.
No, it is. I love boxing. I love the people I've met through boxing. I love the training. It just, like I say, I'm a boxing fan, and me being part of these shows where if I wasn't on these shows, I'd be watching. It's fucking mint.
Right, Rylan. Yeah, you're next door to him for the last couple of days. What was it, the pint-sized powerhouse? He's been called, yeah.
Aye, the pintsized powerhouse. He's a prospect. He's strong. He's coming to win. He's a game kid, and it's a 50-50 fight. You know what I mean? I mean, a few people are saying on Twitter, Joe's going to get beat. He's this, he's that. But I'm like, we'll see. Come fight night, we'll see.
You think people want you to get beat? There's a section of fans out there who think, you know what? You see this big bravado, and you think they'll be like, it'd be quite humbling for Joe Laws to get beat. If we're being honest, you think there's fans out there who see that?
probably in anything you do, when you're winning, you're the best. When you get beat, you're overrated. That's just fact. It could be football, rugby, tennis, ping pong, you name it. When you're winning, you're the best thing since sliced bread. And as soon as you get beat, he's overrated. And then when he wins again, he's back, he's this. So, but I know that, so I'm not boxing for other people. I'm boxing for me. I'm boxing because I love boxing. You know what I mean? So, like, the outcome in my head, I'm 1,000% winning this fight. But the result, me caring about other people's opinions, I don't really care, know what I mean? I'm doing it because I love boxing and I'm living the dream.
Rylan didn't have much to say today, and to be fair, I'd spoke to Rylan beforehand, and it said a fair bit, not really about you, more about himself. But his manager his manager Dan Naylor, and said that he thought you were overrated. He wasn't too sure on your boxing style and thought you were more of a brawler. We had a little chat about that beforehand. I mean, is it something you take personally? Are you bothered by remarks like that? And can you just I don't know, have you got a response?
I am. How can he say to me that I'm overrated, like I'm a shit boxer, when he was a junior man himself, know what I mean? And if I fought him, I'd punch his face off, know what I mean? Like, me, I've been respectful. I'm saying this is strictly business. As a fighter, I respect him. Come Saturday, he's getting dealt with. Him there just popping up and just slating and saying, I'm this, I'm that. It's fucking Divvy, innit?
What can Rylan expect from you in the ring? He said to me he wants you to meet him in the middle because the fans are going to win, so are you going to meet him in the middle?
I'll be meeting him in the middle and I'm going to be smacking them all over. And that's that, know what I mean? His partner's me sitting there being fake. I respect him as a person. After the fight, I'll buy him a pint. But come Saturday, I'm going to smack him about. That's what I want to do. I'm going to punch him all over. And that's always been my mindset. His partner's me acting the big and like 6 weeks before, 8 weeks before, 10 weeks before. Then come fight night, being a shy little sheep. You know what I mean? No. This has always been me in training. Before I had an opponent, if someone asked me what's going to happen come fight night, before I had an opponent, I'm going to smack them all over. So come fight night, the day before, fight day, what's going to happen? I'm going to smack them all over. You know what I mean? And that's that. I'm not being cocky, but at the end of the day, boxing is an individual sport. So if you haven't got confidence in your ability, you're in the wrong sport, aren't you?
Well said, Joe. And yeah, I think I could have just cut it at that. I should have just kept quiet, and then I could have just cut it at that. But yeah, so weigh in tomorrow, and then we're all good. Yeah,
all good. I was speaking to me friend the day and also sponsor Kudos Stretch. I just want to give him a shout out because he says in your next interview, give a shout out. So respect. I also just want to say a massive thank you to all my sponsors because without them, this wouldn't be possible. And lockdown and all that, you know what I mean? When boxing does get back to normal, I would have to get a job, not dedicate my life to boxing nowhere near as much. So I just want to say a big thank you to all my sponsors and Team Bomber all the way.
Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.